Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Beauty Within Sickle Cell. I'm Jasmine and this is my mama bear.
Hi, my name is Maria.
So yes, this is my mom, my gorgeous mama bear. So for this week's Sickle Cell Sunday, we are going to be talking about multiple caregivers, especially for a sickle cell patient. So yeah, let's jump right in.
We're going to begin talking about how important it is to have multiple caregivers due to the fact that in many situations, if the patients are extremely ill, it's very important for the family members and friends to collaborate with the family that is suffering the sickle cell disease problem. It can be very devastating and also very tiring as a mom to try to provide all the care and support to the patient, and it can be extremely tiring. In our situation, for at least 23 years, we have struggled a lot with having people helping us take care of Jasmine. I had to do most of the work by myself due to the fact that my husband has to work on a daily basis. He works his 40 hours a week, and we have a son, which is Jonathan. He is 20 years old, and right now the care is divided into 3 people. Every time Jasmine gets sick, and sometimes if any other family member gets sick at the same time that she is, then it goes down to 2 caregivers. So in between the 3 of us, it's a lot easier for everybody because, as you can see, I'm getting a little bit older and it's kind of tiring sometimes.
So with the multiple caregivers, I'm now an adult. I'm fully an adult. I'm 23 years old. I'm above the 18 age limit, and so I still have my mama bear, my brother, and my papa bear, you know, helping me with certain things. When I was younger, the primary caregiver was my mom, and for my dad, he would bring, you know, the money home. He would work a lot. He worked a lot of overtime. He worked so many hours to provide for his family so we can have what we need as a family. When she found out that she was pregnant with me and that I was a sickle cell patient, so she decided, along with my dad, to be a stay-at-home mom and devote herself to her family, take care of me, take care of my brother, take us to school, and everything that entails being a mom. Like I was saying, when we were younger, or when I was younger, it was very difficult for us to have family. We do not live anywhere near our extended, or is it extended family? So our grandmas, we don't live anywhere near them. We do have like an uncle that's kind of nearby, but you know, they have a busy life. It's not like they're actively participating and, you know, actively seeking to help us out. We do have family like in Chicago, we have family in Mexico, we have
Arizona,
some in like Arizona. We have like so many different family members all over the US, and we live in California, so it's very difficult as a family to seek help in this situation because our family does live longer distances. It almost feels like we're almost like on our own little island and really can't ask for help. For her, there were so many moments of like, I'm gonna say like agony and stress and so many crazy situations. She would get very overly stressed because of what she saw sickle cell do to me. You know, she witnessed my stroke, she witnessed my acute chest syndrome, she witnessed my vision loss, and it's been very difficult for her and for the entire family. Since she's the main one that cares for me and my brother, there really wasn't like anybody else because my dad would be at work, and like when I was younger, my brother was 3 years younger than me, so it's not like my brother was able to drive and move around and do his things independently. So now, as you know, we kind of all grew up. You know, my brother's older, I'm older. Me and my brother kind of have learned to different ways we can help each other. So for my brother, he tries to help me out with when I say they help me out, this is when I'm in like a crisis, in the hospital, severe situations. I obviously don't need daily care from my family all the time, but this is in really extreme cases. Maybe I got surgery like I did a couple of months ago. But like I was saying, on those extreme cases, my brother will come in and he will try to bring me my liquids, Pedialyte, Gatorade, water, along with any Tylenol, Motrin, medications that I need to be given. So he does little things like that that really help. So if my mom falls asleep and isn't able to get me my medication or some water, I can text him, hey, can you bring me this? Can you get me my food? Can you get me my water? You know, things that are, you know, somewhat easy for him. Like when I had my surgery, I would text him late at night, can you bring me some water, snacks, something, even my pain medication, and he would bring it. And since it was so late at night, she would fall asleep pretty early because she's up all day working and doing so many things that she would fall asleep relatively early. So he would kind of help me through the night.
Another thing I will strongly recommend for every caregiver, especially with the moms, if we need to leave the house in an extreme situation like Jazmine mentioned, and somebody else is going to take care of the patient and they're extremely sick, we have to leave notes in regards of the medications, saying what time she took the last dosage of whatever medication they're taking, when was the last time they consume any fluids. It has to be pushed every 2 hours apart. We need to make sure that she's using the bathroom frequently, that she's well hydrated. That's how we know. And also we need to keep track of all the appointments for the future, like going to the hematologist, like going to the
primary care
appointments. We need to make sure that she's
orthopedics.
Yes.
What she'll do if she needs to go out, she'll write everything down on a notepad, and she'll be like, oh, at 4 p.m. she took her morphine, at 2 o'clock she took Tylenol, at this time she took, you know, her Motrin, so that way we're not having a situation of an overdose. Us as a sickle cell patient, we're in a situation where we're in so much pain. We take these medications, these strong painkillers, we knock out, and we're not conscious about what's going on or what time is it, and we can go hours sometimes without being hydrated, or sometimes we might want to take the medication when it's not due. For example, if you fell asleep and didn't take your pain medication every 4 hours as directed, you can be in so much pain when you wake up, let's say 8 hours from now. Like if you miss the dosage, you can be in a lot of pain. Instead of having taken your pain medicine every 4 hours, you probably missed the dosage. Now you're in so much pain and you're gonna have to wait until the pain calms down. So also having a planner and a calendar is a super important like tool, so you can see when all the appointments are gonna occur, and you can be organized, and we can both see this calendar and see when all the appointments are going to be happening. So it is very important to include and have multiple caregivers. Now I understand this isn't the case for every family. You know, it most definitely was not the case for our family. You know, majority of my childhood we didn't have anybody, you know, helping us. There was just no way we can ask people to fly in from another country or state, or, you know, it's very difficult, you know. But my question is, as a patient, how did you feel about not having your support system, you know, supporting you? How did you feel?
Well, as a mom, I think it was hard. But again, as a mom, I think it's worth it. I love my daughter, and I'll do anything to help her for the rest of my days. I forget about birthdays, I forget about Christmas, I don't celebrate many occasions, and I'm willing to continue helping her on every step of the way.
Yeah, so like she said, we don't get to celebrate certain occasions because I'll be in the hospital. I've missed many of my birthdays, especially, and her birthdays, New Year's. I totally remember occasions of, you know, me dreaming to, you know, go to New York and watch the ball drop for New Year's, and I would be strapped to the hospital bed watching the ball drop at midnight, and then I would look over and she was knocked out on the little couch that they have for the parents. And you know, it's a tough situation. I was grateful that yes, I'm alive, but you know, as a young kid, you definitely don't want to spend New Year's, you know, in the hospital, especially my birthdays. To me, birthdays are an important part of my life because I feel like, you know, that's one more year as a warrior that we accomplished something. And there were many years that I didn't get to celebrate my birthday. My birthdays got canceled, parties got canceled. I would plan things and, you know, we would end up in the hospital. But we try to do the best with what the circumstances are. I wish we had more family involved in our lives where they can come and take some of the stress off her plate now. We totally understand that, you know, I'm not their child, and you know, that's you know, the parents' responsibilities, but you know, I feel like we all have to help each other, and at the end of the day, like, all is appreciated. All the sacrifices she has made as an individual, I totally understand it, and I appreciate them that much more, and I feel like it has gotten our relationship a lot more closer because I see what she has done. I see all the struggles that she has been through not having family here. I see many young girls who have kids nowadays and they expect that everyone is gonna help them with their kids when those kids are perfectly healthy. Imagine perfectly healthy kids and their moms are going nuts. Imagine in our situation where you have a sick child, you know, it's pretty difficult.
Yes. Well, another thing in my situation, because Jonathan and Jazmine were growing up together at the same time, like 3 years apart. While Jazmine had to be in the hospital, I had to find somebody to assist me with Jonathan, and it was very difficult because he had to be in school and I had to drive from the hospital for like 40 to 45 minutes at 4 o'clock in the morning, leave Jazmine alone in the hospital, then make it to the house to dispatch my husband with lunch and get Jonathan prepared to go to school in the morning around 7 in the morning. As soon as he went to school, come back to the house and start cleaning, feeding the dog and stuff like that. And by the time Jonathan will be out of school, then I had to start driving again and bring my son with me to the hospital. And then for him, instead of getting some rest at home and doing his homework peacefully at home, we had to bring him in the car, bring him to take a nap in the hospital, taking chances of getting germs from the hospital and not being well rested. That's pretty much it, you know. So at the time of my husband's work day, he will come and pick up my son. It depends on what day it was. We had to get organized. My husband will stop to the hospital, then drive back to the house, take care of my son for whatever time was left, and then we will start all over again Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday it was a little bit better because my husband was off. It depends on what days he was off. So it was pretty hectic, but still I'm not complaining. I'm just explaining myself on how was I able to be successful helping my daughter go through this situation, and still I'm willing to continue helping her. And the biggest thing that I've learned out of this was that I had to be very supportive with the situation and be there for her anytime she needed me. And as a mom, I learned so many things about sickle cell disease, and I learned also how to be a good mom.
Yes. The point of this video was to kind of talk a little bit about our story and kind of show the importance of multiple caregivers. If it is possible,
ask for help.
You know, ask for help. You know, I know some people are unwilling to help, but you know, if not, if there's no one able to help, it'll make you that much more stronger. You'll learn many lessons of who's your true friends and family. You know, you learn about who is supporting you, you learn about who is rooting for you, who wants to help you and who doesn't, you know. So to wrap it all up, it's definitely important, as not only for the patient but the family, to definitely have other sources of support. Any final thoughts?
It will work, but you just have to communicate clearly and specifically with all the people that is willing to help you. Clear instructions is the best.
I think that's gonna be it for this week's Sickle Cell Sunday. If you guys have any further questions, please leave them down in the comment section. We would love to chat with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to check out my Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. I'll leave it linked down below in the description box. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.
Bye.
And we have a little guest here. Oh baby, she was sleepy. Ah, se peña. For this week's Sickle Cell Sunday, I'm going to... it's we.